Welcome back to another video. Another week of projects here in the Dominican Republic. If you watched last week's video, replaced all the side portholes with this sheet acrylic. Waiting on more of these black decals to come in to finish those up. But next task is tack on the hatches. I replaced the rubber a while ago, which helped a lot. But they're so old, they're cracking, they leak a little bit, and the silicone as well. So I've taped them up the past year to help. But we have new glass. And what we're going to do is it's squared to the right size, so we got to get the black acrylic pulled out, use that edge as a template, and then we'll router these VHB tape silicone. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to just get into it. Looks like she fits pretty darn good. We gotta clean it up a little bit more and then we'll get that tape. It's gonna have a bit more of a lip, I think, once that tape's in there than I was expecting, but it didn't really matter at the end of the day. So this is my V-berth hatch. Installed this piece of clear acrylic back in the Bahamas, the last island, and I did kind of a janky job if you can't tell. It's a little too much of a gap. Just kind of put a bunch of silicone in there. The front part's already peeling up a bit, and there's a crack. And you can see it there. So I'm gonna go back and pull this out, and I have a proper different piece of acrylic. We're gonna use that. The VHB tape on all this, so hopefully it looks a little better. So it's taken me all day. I didn't film much, but every hatch is done. I got the acrylics cut, the tape on, the VHB, the Dow 795 stuff. They look mighty pretty. These two, and the front hatch. That looks a whole lot better than the previous hatch job I did. And yeah, now we're just waiting on that double one-way whatever vinyl stuff to stick on there. That'll be coming, I think, in a week. But supposedly with new rubbers and new top, we should have a waterproof boat. I still gotta knock out that hatch or the shaft seal, but I brought a new one back. We'll deal with that when we put I bought a new prop as well. I'll tell you about that next video. But that wraps up here for today. I'm gonna do some cleaning up. One other thing, not that the boat was clean to begin with, but working on the hatches, all my cuttings and trash I kind of threw down here. It is an absolute mess, especially up here. The V-berth hatch had a ton of silicone, so looks very bad, but hey, look, at least the window looks cool. I like the clear just to see out. I mean, it's beautiful, but obviously that makes it like a greenhouse, so I think we'll put that black stuff on there, and then I have a couple fabric hatch covers as well. This should be good enough. And there's the bug screen. So a little fun something for you, since I got the autopilot working, the new one. I took the old one off. We're gonna keep it around as a spare, but if you had been watching while in the Bahamas, actually in the Keys off the Everglades, these stinking gears stripped out once. They're just these little black plastic gears, a planetary gearbox, 3 layers, and I stripped it off, got it fixed, and then in the Bahamas they stripped out again, but there was no way to really ship it off to get it fixed. So I used my 3D printer and made these little gray gears. I did redesign the same size, the teeth pitch, all that good stuff. And I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to work, but it actually did. I got out of, where was it, Long Island, and then made it a couple 100 miles to here. And they had been making some weird noises, so I assume one of the gears had stripped out or something, but upon further inspection, they have every single tooth left. They've worn a little bit, but they've actually worn into a better shape to match the gears. I'm pretty darn impressed, I'll tell you that. The gearbox itself looks fine. So I'm going to reassemble it, like I said, keep it as a spare, but I thought that's a cool little update. 3D printed gears survive the high seas out there. Today's project, my mooring neighbor Rick here has his old laptop and said it is bricked itself. He bought a new one, but he'd like to see the data could get taken off of here, put onto the new laptop. So, little fun fact, I think when I was, I don't know, 13, 14, I got a job working for an IT company there in town. It was my job to repair the laptops, computers, install the network cables and stuff in the buildings. So I got a little bit of experience, so we're going to see if we can tear this apart, pull the hard drive out. I think somewhere in the boat I have the little adapter. You can put it into my laptop to suck the data off. See if we can get them up and running. So we got the laptop open. You can see how old it is. The battery is pretty swelled up. And there's our hard drive. It's one of the old spinning discs. So we're going to get this unclipped here. If I can do this one-handed, and I just broke that. Get the adapter plugged in. I'll be honest, I have no idea why I brought that adapter on a boat, but it's coming in handy today. So we will see now if we can't access the files here. And he's got a extra hard drive we can put everything on if we can get stuff off. Good news, we got the files all transferred over on the new drive. Our at-sea computer repair shop was a success. I'll run that over to Rick, and then we'll wrap up the video. We've pretty much made it to the end of the video, and if you haven't noticed, it's a pretty short one this week. I was invited to go on a motorcycle trip with a couple buddies, and it's going to be like a week long here around the island, and I got to have something to put out on Wednesday. So today is Saturday, we're leaving tomorrow morning, going to be gone about a week. So I film these videos and edit them Tuesday night, put them out Wednesday morning, so you're getting real-time stuff, and that's what you're going to have to get, at least something, a little update. Then I should be making this trip into maybe 1 or 2 videos for you over the next couple weeks. And yeah, that's kind of the explanation for that. So thanks for tuning in. And you'll see some more stuff next week. But we got the hatches all done. Pretty stoked about that. If you can see, got that 2-way film in the mail on the way. And then we helped my buddy Rick get this stuff off his hard drive. So I'd say it was a good couple days. And also we had the Harbor Companion here, which is like a little production all the cruisers put on. So I'll play a little clip from that. And yeah, so you can see there was a bunch of cruisers. They put on some music. It was actually pretty darn good. I was impressed. And then there were some skits, some good food. Everyone's kind of saying goodbye as the season's wrapping up. But that's going to wrap it up for this video, at least. And appreciate y'all for watching. Big thanks to the Patreon subscribers. I'm pretty stoked for this motorcycle trip. And I hope you'll be watching next week's video to see how that went.